Well, hello everybody, and welcome to a New Year's Eve live with me, Andy the Gabby Cabby, in the garage as usual. I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone has had a good Christmas, and we are here. We are at the end of another year, 2024, going into 2025. Wow, we made it. And where are we? 3 hours to go until the clock strikes midnight, and we're at the beginning of another year. I hope everyone's had a good day. And one question I have to ask is, has anybody taken the trouble to make any New Year's resolutions yet? I'll tell you about mine in a little while. But I saw a great thing about time travel. I wanted to share this picture with you first of all. It made me chuckle. This is a picture taken from Flight Radar 24/7. And it's about a flight taking off from Hong Kong, flying to LAX. It's already 2025 in Hong Kong, and it's effectively going back in time. So when it lands, it'll be 2024. I thought that was absolutely crazy. But there you go. I mean, it's 2025 over in Australia now already, isn't it? And all that sort of thing. So just a little tidbit to share. Now, let's have a quick look round the horn and see who is about. We've got nothing scheduled for tonight to show you or anything like that. It's just a general New Year's Eve chat, see how you're doing, chew the cud and all that sort of thing. Raise a glass. Mine's Coca-Cola, by the way. And yes, very nice too. Coke Zero, the no crap of any kind in it, although someone will correct me, I'm sure. Blue Angel, Happy New Year to you. Sylvia Spackman, good to see you. Josephine Clapworthy, Happy 2025, Andy, to you and your family. Keep up the good work. I intend to, and then some. Angela Lacey, good to see you. Dell, good to see you. Stuart, are you still in hospital, Stuart? What's happening with you? I hope you're okay, my friend. Cosmic, carry on getting them reductions at the shops. You've given quite a big list there. Catherine Hinchy, good to see you. It's all the usuals and a couple of new names, so I'm glad. Clown World YT. Yo! Back at you, my friend. You've been doing some good work over there, and I hope to see your channel go from strength to strength. Hello, Uncle Gary. Happy New Year, old man. Look in a mirror. And I missed out the rude word in the middle. Oliver, good to see you. Say hello to Tina as well, Uncle, will you? And Jenny and David. David Nichols, hello. Mark Clay, Koala Meat. Lovely jubbly. Everyone is here. That's brilliant, isn't it? Lord Jim Dandy. Yeah, that's the reply to Clown World. So, when it comes to Andy, he's exactly how he is on screen, which is rare. Absolutely. Absolutely, I am. I might be a little bit more gobby when I'm on screen, but generally what you see on the screen is me in private too. There's not a lot of difference. And I'm glad somebody sees that and says it. Chris Card in the house. Hello to you. Catherine, Gary Thornbury. I nearly called you Catherine then. Ewan, Pete. Yeah, you're all here. It's great stuff. Wonderful to see everybody. We got 232 in the house already, and it's been 4 minutes and 22 seconds. So if you can, give it the thumbs up. Let's get them up straight away. We got all sorts of people from America, Britain, a couple from Africa turn up. Further afield, there's all sorts, and it's wonderful how this is built and how this is spread all over the place. And one interesting thing that YouTube are rolling out is automatic language dubbing for your videos. So when you upload them, it will automatically dub them into different languages. So it'll be really interesting to see what effect that has on the viewing numbers and where from and who else joins in. I've seen some early results of that actually, and it's pretty cool. Now, New Year, I'm gonna carry on as I am, try and bring you 2 to 3 videos every day consistently. I want to try and throw a little bit more into this next year and make it even bigger and better, and grow the community even more. We were at 120,000 subscribers, and then YouTube did their thing, and it shrunk I lost about 130 subscribers overnight, and now it's building up again. And I think I'm about 60 off of 120 again. It's just weird. I mean, I want to say thank you to somebody. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, a while ago when I hit 50,000 subscribers, I have a fan that runs a trophy shop. And as you can see, Andy the Gabby Cabby, well done, 50,000 subscribers. And they sent me that, and I was quite touched. Well, they went on better than that, didn't they? I got a message through saying that I had a package in the post to be delivered. And I received this in the post. And if you look at that, Andy the Gabby Cabby, 100,000 subscribers. Well done. So, yeah, I'm getting a collection. You know who you are. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Very grateful and very touching. So I'll put that there. And I've obviously got the silver genuine play button too. So it's all good. Let's have a look at the comments, see what people have to say. We'll read a couple of them off. Catherine, Happy New Year, Andy and family. May 2025 be the year of reckoning. We live in hope. Thank you for all you do to keep us informed. You're welcome, Catherine. Happy New Year to you and your family as well. 2024 hasn't been the easiest year for various reasons. Some on here, some personal, some not so personal. And unfortunately, one of those reasons means at some point my family isn't going to have a great time at the beginning of 2025 either. And, I will make it known what's going on at the time. There's another thing going on as well, privately, which I'm umming and ahhing about telling you. But that will come next year as well, once a little bit more water's under the bridge. Let's get rid of that one. Cosmic China about to invade Russia. Whose side do you think the American president will want Britain to take under the guise of protecting freedom? We will stand by our NATO ally. Is that true, or is that hypothetical? I've not caught up with stuff today. I mean, we'll probably end up in China's back, don't we? Because we like all our imported Chinese nonsense too much. It wouldn't do good for Temu, would it, really, if that kind of thing happened? Kenneth, Happy New Year, Andy, and other patriots have made life more tolerable these last few months. May 2025 bring you peace and happiness. Thank you, Kenneth. Same to you. Very much appreciated. Now, 2024, I attended my first rally in London. There was a couple of the Tommy rallies, and I chickened out of them at first because I was a little bit unsure about how I'd handle it and everything else. And I decided to go to the farmers rally. And I met Paz for the first time face to face. And, he's excellent. He's brilliant. We had a laugh and did what we had to do. And it was an experience. I know there's another rally coming up in February. And I'm going to try and make that one. We'll see what happens. But it's something I want to do more of on the channel in 2025. It's amazing what you can do and get hold of with a mobile phone. That's for sure. David Nichols, no fireworks next year for London. They're going to burn books in Trafalgar Square. Well, funny you should say about the fireworks, David. Funny you should say about the fireworks. Yesterday, when I was walking round, it was a beautiful, really nice day. A little bit chilly, but it was great. And then all of a sudden, I saw these things appearing all over the sky. I'm going to be careful what I say and the way I say it, just in case. But big, white, lengthy things all over the sky, crisscrossing, ups and downs. And today, it's been blowing a hoolie, it's been pissing it hard with rain, and it's been generally awful. And for the first time, this actually happening above my house, I thought, what the hell was that about? What the hell was that about? But may just be a coincidence. But as for fireworks, I can hear them going on outside now. There's somebody over the back letting a banger off every now and again. My mum isn't going to be on the live tonight. She's with her friends, but she said there's fireworks around her location. And, you know, it's setting Bonnie, her dog, off. So, no, not quite sure. And also, they were talking about possibly cancelling the fireworks in London. You know, Sadiq Khan's annual political statement that he makes with fireworks and all the stuff. And we see YouTube videos of how crap it was every year. Well, you can see here, New Year's celebrated across the world as countdown begins to London fireworks, despite bad weather. I think they were intimating that it could have been canned at one point, but it's been confirmed that despite rubbishy weather, it's probably still going to go ahead. And I'm sure other people can let us know about that one. Fireworks are set to go ahead despite the bad weather, forcing their cancellations. Now, I watched last year's fireworks on the telly. I didn't go to London myself, and it was just a political political broadcast for the mayor's office, just a very expensive one, and you could see everything going up in smoke and all of the symbols and the signs, and it was very woke and very crappy. And I'm sure the likes of me and Paz and others will be talking about it tomorrow once we've had a chance to digest it and everything else. It's not what it was. You know, fireworks, you just want to let off bright lights, bangers, and all the rest of the stuff as well. And that makes it as wonderful as it is. Talking of speeches, these two have been making waves. Nigel Farage and Kemi Badenoch, they've both done end-of-year speeches. I mean, the Tories are finished, aren't they? And Farage has played her like an absolute fiddle. And she's reacted to it. She really has reacted to it, hook, line, and sinker, and it's made them look rather foolish. I mean, Farage even had a dig in his speech. If you have a look at Paul Thorpe, one of the new friends that I've made this year, go and have a look at his channel. He does a reaction video of Nigel Farage's speech, but it always makes me laugh how these political types feel the need to do these speeches. It really does, because you know, you're not the king, you're not the queen. What does it achieve? What's it all about? Really, 2025 is another year. It's going to bring new things. We keep pushing, we keep plugging away. You know, that's what it's all about. Keep moving forward. And if you stop doing that, well. There was a strange video appeared on my channel, which I want to clarify. That's this one, Link Station N1 review. And somebody actually commented, they said, hang on a minute, is that Andy the Gabby Cabby doing review of a tech product? Yes, it was. It was Andy the Gabby Cabby doing review of a tech product. What it was, I've got literally gigabytes of video footage, tons of it. I mean, my phone here, I think it's about 500 gigs of storage on here. And I record most of my YouTube footage on it. And it's pretty much full of stuff. And if anything happened to my phone or I needed to recall anything, it would be a complete disaster. So this company approached me. It's one of the influencer companies that works with YouTube. And they said, if we give you one of these units to review and to keep, so a freebie basically, could you do a video on it? And I thought, well, that's going to solve my problem for me. So I set it all up. It's in the house. I did a review on it, and it's on the channel. That's the story behind that one. So there you go. Everybody, we've got 400 of you just about in the chat. If you've not done so already, please hit the thumbs up, because that really helps the algorithm push my stuff around. Happy New Year to one and all, and great to see you. Let's have another look at another couple of comments. Lord Jim Dandy, wishing you all a happy new year. Back at you, Lord Jim Dandy, long-time supporter and friend of the channel. Very much appreciate your support. Another one from Lord Jim Dandy. We have, don't get angry with the New Year's honours shite. That's just what they want. Yeah, they'll end up playing us like a fiddle if we're not careful. They've handed out a knighthood to him, and we've all gone nuts. Is it rewarding failure? I've seen Emily Thornberry's face on that New Year's honours list, and it's why? Why? It's just rewarding failure. It really is. Cosmic Wartope, don't go too far back in time or you'll have the hounds of Tinder lights coming after you. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, my favourite film with time travel, I've got two actually. Somewhere in Time, Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour. Great film. I love it. I could watch it again and again. And the good old classic Back to the Future. I love them. Absolutely brilliant. I've actually got the box set indoors somewhere of Back to the Future and keep meaning to show my son, Jack. But it's something we've never done yet. Coke Zero is full of shit. Yeah, so's Diet Coke, so's the other Coke, and probably so's most stuff we drink these days. But yeah, full of shit. I know. Makes me wee a lot too. So I hope I don't need to do that mid-broadcast. Koala Meat, bring back the Sainsbury's bag. Happy New Year from the Sainsbury's bag. There you go. There it is in all its glory. Now, Bloodnose is waving his hands and jumping up and down in the background because he wants it sent to America. And he's just giving me the thumbs up. But yeah, it used to take pride of place in the background. But somebody kept accusing me of being a secret advertising guru for Sainsbury's. And he's still in hospital, 4 weeks on, Jesus. Health-wise, I'm okay, but waiting on tests to see the heart and decide on treatment then. But I'm good. Got my MacBook and stuff. Okay, well, at least you're on here. At least you're having an natter with everybody. That's all good. I love this. I think we need T-shirts, don't we? Stamp out Starmer, SOS. I might have a little play with that. We've got a couple of trolley types who jump on people selling merch, accusing them of being grifters. And I think I've attracted one of them. But I don't care. If I want to do a Stamp Out Starmer T-shirt, flog it, I will do, along with all the others. So never mind. I'll have a play with that later. David Nichols, thought you would at least have had a shave for your last one of the year. Do you know the last time I shaved? Yesterday morning. It's literally, I can't believe how fast it grows. I used to be able to get away with 2 or 3. I mean, I see people with bow ties and jackets and all sorts of stuff on. And I just be me, even if I'm a little bit unkept. I need a haircut as well. Problem is, my haircut kind of coincided with Christmas, so I've got to leave it a few days. I think Thursday it'll be open. I'll go and get a haircut then. Gobster talks about things. Happy New Year to all you wonderful mother truckers. I love that phrase. I do. I really do. Gobster Talk About Things is another channel that's emerged at least this year. If you haven't done so already, bloke with a Brummie accent, go and listen to him, putting the world to rights among everyone else. YouTube is great. You know, it's been an interesting year, interactions with different YouTubers. Some have been good, some have been excellent, some have been downright nightmarish. But you take the rough with the smooth like anything else. I've made some great friends and, influencers on here. You help each other out, you interact. It really is marvellous. Speaking of which, Screwed Slime. Hope Andy and the entire Gabby Cabby channel family have a slimy new year. Yes, happy Slimemas or slimy new year to you too, my friend. Again, a big supporter of the channel, has been for a long time, and very much appreciate it. Oliver, how you thought about doing longer lives with maybe some guests on? I've often wondered about doing longer lives. I mean, what usually happens, I just talk about subjects and a, a series of subjects and then just see what you've got to say afterwards. And I've done this a couple of times, talk about one specific thing for a period and interject it with comments and stuff like that. I'm always playing, but yes, I have had guests on here, few and far between, but I have had guests on here. So maybe something we could do more of in the new year, definitely. A couple more comments. Time Prophet Andy, that looks like the artifact from the Martian Chronicles story. What, this you mean? My little plaque there. Oh, my God, I just heard two bangs outside. You staying to 12, Andy, Rebellious Jane. No, I'm not. I like to see the new year in with my family privately. Tonight, my wife and my son, my eldest, is out on the piss along with everyone else. And thank you very much at the £2 super chat. Just Coke Zero, no whiskey. Another £2 super chat. No, just Coke Zero. That's all I'm drinking this evening, and for very good reason. Where's the plaque? Lord Jim Dandy asks. The plaque is actually indoors on my table, of all places. Ryan, hello. Good to see you, my friend. Another long-time supporter and friend of the channel. Great to see you. Right. Just a quick one. I found a humorous site. I was looking up some things, and there was a load of New Year's jokes. I thought they were as corny as hell, but there's a couple of standouts. What do New Year's Day parades have in common with Santa Claus? No one's awake to see either of them. What is a New Year's resolution? Something that goes in one year and out the other. What did the little champagne bottle call his father? Pop. What do you call always wanting a date for New Year's Eve? Social Security. What was Dr. Frankenstein's New Year's resolution? To make new friends. I think that one's the corniest one. And the last one, what do you call someone who says they know all the words to Auld Lang Syne? A liar. I must admit, I've never known all the words to Auld Lang Syne at all. At all. Something I've never learned. But yeah, there's lots of stuff out there, definitely. Right. Let's have a look what else we've got. Okay. What I'm going to do, folks, I've just had a message from the house. I've just got to disappear in the house very, very quickly. I'll be a few minutes and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Talk amongst yourselves and we'll go through some of the other stuff. I'll be as quick as I can. I can still hear the wind. That's a new one, Andy. BBC used to have interludes. Yeah, it was a new one. You should have seen the look when I went dashing through the house just then. But yes, right. Where were we? Sorry about that. Winds are forecast to be stronger in London than in Edinburgh at midnight. Didn't they have weather trouble up there as well? I can't. I remember reading something about it, but it seems to have gone nuts all over the place. It seems to have gone crazy. I just walked outside then. I'm out of breath too. And it's blowing a hoolie. And as I said yesterday, it was wonderful. It was lovely. The CIA used to spray iodine on the clouds during the Vietnam War to prolong the monsoon. So I never knew that. I mean, I know they used to, essentially firebomb the undergrowth, didn't they, to clear it all out to give the VC nowhere to hide. I didn't know they did that. Lord Jim Danley, headless horseman spotted in Edinburgh. Ooh. You had that weird story, didn't you, earlier on in the year about that? Spudman, Farage was way better than the King's woke speech. Yes, he was. I didn't watch the King's speech on Christmas Day. I mean, my mum, bless her, she absolutely loves it. Absolutely loves it. And 2 o'clock, she was itching to watch it, but there was me, my wife, and my 2 kids making a load of racket. So my mum said, well, there's no point in putting the King's speech on. But when I heard about it afterwards and when I read it, it just proves how out of touch these people are with the rest of us. It's no, I just couldn't get my head around it. And when he was making particular things about making remarks about Southport and how communities are behaving, how the hell do you know how communities are behaving? You haven't got the first idea. It was quite shocking, really, how transparent it was, how out of touch. Please don't be scared of coming along to a Tommy demo. You're one of us, and be very welcome to come along with us. All the very best for 2025. The fight continues. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, I must admit, I was hesitant at first because I was one of these that watched what was happening the afterwards and everything else, and I suppose my nose for potential trouble was a little bit hello. I want to come home at the end of the day. But having watched what I did going up there for that farmers thing, it broke the ice really. And there's my friend that was with me, British Army Paz 49. I'm spending New Year's Eve babysitting. Really? Ugh. I don't have that trouble. Well, I kind of do. My 11-year-old in the house, but I don't know what we're going to be doing with him this evening, but certainly be awake till midnight. Rocco Burns, can you review the new Shark Hoover, please? I've actually got one of those, and I'm quite impressed with it. I don't know if anybody else has got one or used one, but you can. I'll end up doing a review in a minute if I'm not careful. You can take the whole base off and just carry it out to your car, and it's very, very handy. Very handy. Michael Hancock, all civil servants who work from home should be sacked. We got this culture we've ended up with, didn't we? I mean, I did a video on Elon Musk earlier, how he's giving Starmer a good kicking. And I remember reading that he wrote to all of his employees, Tesla, I think, or could have even been SpaceX, and said, if you think you're going to carry on working from home, then you may as well resign because you're not being a home worker working for my company. End of story. And, this culture was brought in when we were all locked up in our houses, and it continues. We've got to get around it. We've got to get rid of it. I was thinking of buying a decrepit, mouldy old boat, not just off the Mediterranean. Any chance of giving it a review, Andy? I'll think about it. You are a very naughty boy. Louise, or is it woman, or is it singer from up north. Oh, I don't know what you are. Louise, all the very best for 2025 to you and your family and all Andy's followers. Oh, and you look lovely. Bugger the shave. Enjoy the new year. Can someone tell me how to get an emoji on here, please? If you're on your phone, I think there's a smiley button where you can put an emoji on. And if you're on the keyboard, I think there's still one around there somewhere as well. But there's lots of emojis coming up. Well, that's 500 of you in the chat, just over. Please, thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Let's get those ticking over. I'm still polishing my fake plug. Is that the ones you can buy off Amazon, I wonder? Yes. Where have we got here? Amazing Disgrace. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Keep family and loved ones away from large groups. Nefarious forces are emboldened and look for opportunities like celebrations. You know what? I was talking to my wife the other day, and thank you for the $5 super chat again. I was talking to my wife the other day about a trip we went to London, and my 20-year-old, nearly 21, said to me, "What happens if it all goes wrong? If we're set upon?" And I said to him, "You pick your younger brother up, and the only thing you do is turn around and run as fast as you can away from trouble. Just go." And he said, "Well, what will you be doing?" And I said, "Making sure that you got the opportunity to run." And I thought to myself, having that conversation with my kid about a day trip to London, what kind of world are we living in? Is it going to improve in 2025? Or is it going to get worse? I really don't know. But, sir, Jesus Christ. William Parry, anyone else heard security services on high alert? I hear things like that all the time. I don't know if that's a recent one. I really don't. Where I've scaled back what I'm doing over the last few days, pretty much having a bit of a break. I intend to, rack it back up again to full pelt from the 2nd of January. I've really kept off my guard. There's a subscriber to the channel, Johnny, who is absolutely brilliant. He's a great support, and he sends me news articles pretty much on a daily basis that I cherry pick from to do videos. There was a load today, but I didn't really want to talk about political stuff on New Year's Eve. I just wanted to have a chat with you, It's nice to just chew the cud instead of talking about how crap the world is. Lynn's random stuff. It's not very nice outside where I am in Yorkshire. Windy, raining here. Happy New Year to all in the chat. Same to you. Same to you. And thank you for coming along. I just can't believe the weather. I mean, Richard Vobes is one that's covered this subject a lot. And he's been called tinfoil hat, conspiracy theorist, and all the rest of it. But I've really noticed it lately. I mean, it was crazy yesterday. I even said to my wife, "Look up there. Look what's happening." And then you see clouds forming in places, and you think, this isn't normal. And lo and behold, the weather we have today isn't normal. It's crazy. Absolutely. Stuart, who remembers the little white mark in the corner of the TV to say advert about it? I remember that. Yeah. Every time you just knew it, didn't you? So next time I have to dash off, shall I try and instigate a little mark in the corner? I mean, we could even do this again. And that mean I got 30 seconds to get there and back before anyone knows I've gone. I remember one time I had a guest on. It was Ian Biggs. It was about his son who took his own life over the child maintenance service. And I was sitting here and I was busting for the loo. I was thinking, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. And all of a sudden, I had to go. So thankfully, I could tell him something and put him on full screen, and I could bugger off and do what I needed to do and come back. I did pull that off, and I don't think anybody noticed it. David Nichols, the Silver Fox, is going to keep an eye on the 20th of this month. The 20th. Hmm. Well, my eldest's 21st is on the 19th. So I'm assuming there'll be a hangover involved on the 20th for him. But why the 20th? Uh, does he know something I don't? I mean, that's another up and coming YouTube channel, the Silver Fox. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Again, someone's saying it as it is. I love all this. It's such a powerful platform and powerful medium, YouTube, isn't it? You can just say what you want in front of a camera. I mean, I started 4 years ago from over there. I've got a little, see if I can find it. I've got another little YouTube channel that I tinker with, if the damn thing loads, and I'll show you. Share screen. Yeah, I've been a lifelong airplane enthusiast, and I have this little channel, Aviation Andy, that I've just tinkered with. Never done anything with it really. And I thought I need to start sticking at least one video a week on here. And I even played around with these AI thumbnails just to see what they did. But I thought if I can get one video a week on there just to service my hobby, Aviation Andy. It's even got a chipmunk in the top, and I've flown in one of those. I've even flown one of those. And great aircraft. They're in museums now, unfortunately. I'm trying to decide whether to cover aviation news or specific things about aviation. For example, if I can find it. Yeah, you've got that. Here we go.
Ever hit publish?
There's a thing I did about the chipmunk, a big documentary style video. And I enjoyed putting that together with loads of little stock clips and all that sort of thing. And it's very time consuming. What I do, I record the audio on the phone and have it as a film strip, and then overlay all of the different bits of video and text and everything else. It's satisfying seeing what you do at the end, and I hope it does get more traction. But with the Andy the Gabby Cabby stuff, it's literally just me talking for a few minutes, and then just showing you the news that I'm talking about. And it's not as complicated to put those videos together. But one I want to give a shout out to, and we swapped a couple of messages back and forward. I don't know if anybody is an enthusiast of ocean liners and Titanic and all that sort of thing. There's a guy called Ocean Liner Designs, and he's just reached 704,000 subscribers, and he did a special live stream which I watched yesterday. Mike, his name is, and he's absolutely brilliant. I mean, one of the things he's done here was the Titanic sunk on purpose, and this was to do with that age-old conspiracy that it's actually the Olympic at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean instead of Titanic. And he goes and picks apart each different claim and shows you the really, really methodical thing, and it's worth having a look at if that does interest you. Louise Granger, I only made it to a few minutes of the King's speech. The man is the head of the country, the head of the Christian church. He has no idea what's going on. No, he doesn't. He's locked up in his ivory towers, being told what he's being told, and it's just a different class, different. It's just different, out of touch, clueless, whatever you want to call it. And I think they all know what's going on at their level, their agenda, what they want to happen. Jennifer Wilson, I hope that one of the farmers gives her shit stain a manure bath to remind him how full of shit he is. He takes a load of shit and he is. Make your feelings clear. Love it, hair shit stain. Cosmic War Toad. The King/Queen's speech is written for them. They get told what to say, but they're not allowed their own minds or say what they're thinking or speak their minds. It'd be interesting if they did. I remember over the years, old Charlie got in a lot of trouble, didn't he, for sticking his oar in uh, with regard to what he wanted to be involved in. And, you know, the monarchy were always supposed to maintain that vision of neutrality, weren't they? And it wasn't necessarily happening with him. It's crazy. Have you seen the massive armed police presence in London and every major European city tonight? The Silver Fox thinks there's going to be an uprising. Laugh out loud. Really? Let me Google that very quickly. See if anything's come up. Massive police presence, London. No, nothing immediately sticks out in the news. So unless it's on X or something like that, what's going on here, I wonder? No, the only thing that's jumping out is chaos erupts as a load of motorists are stuck in a shopping centre car park for 5 hours and it's all kicked off. But I believe you. Andy, your thoughts on why Tice is so down on including Tommy? And this is an interesting one. Very interesting one. Tommy has been absolutely demonized over a period of time by the mainstream media, the politicians, and all the rest of them. We know where he is right now. He shouldn't be there. Not for what he was found, to have done in a court, a civil offence at the end of the day. Because of the demonisation within the mainstream media, he is in a distinct position where there's a large percentage of this country that turn on the BBCs, the ITVs, everything else that say the things they say, and they believe it because the media in their country tells it to them. Free Tommy Robinson. You have a situation where you've got this party that's come into Westminster and they're in an environment where everything they say and do is going to be judged because they're the outsiders. And if they suddenly turn around and said, oh, we support Tommy and everything else, would it create a problem for their position in this new environment they find themselves in, Westminster? I can't make my mind up whether they're just playing a long game or they genuinely don't want anything to do with it. I really can't make my mind up because Tommy himself, even from prison, and again, go look at Paul Thorpe, he's got more information on this than I ever have, said, don't write off Farage, don't write off Reform, give them a chance. Now, how many thousands of supporters of Tommy Robinson, I'm talking hundreds of thousands really, voted for Reform? I think it's a very foolish thing to say, I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want anything to do with that lot. And I really can't make my mind up. And I've pondered this and queried this in my mind for months, whether it's a very long calculated game or they genuinely mean it. But we come from different sides of the fence, don't we? They're privately educated, very wealthy people who are in the positions they're in. And we're just rank and file Joe Public. And we either have to believe or I have it on good authority that behind closed doors, Richard Tice is a really nice guy, as human as you can get. But again, you have to know how the media works in this country and how they sensationalize and jump on everything to make us believe what they want us to believe and skew it all round. It's a big one. And I've not yet been able to make my mind up. I hope that doesn't answer the question. I tried and failed miserably, didn't I? Scott, Henry is the king of vacuums and the only one made in Britain. My missus has got a Henry. It's in the boot of her car, which she takes to work with her, which she's had a few days off, being Christmas. Please come to the rallies. I'm disabled and it's the safest I feel. We need to stand together. Thanks, Andy. Happy 2025 to you all. Same to you, Julie. All the best. You know, it's great. When I went to the rally, there was people coming up to me saying, Andy the Gabby Cabby, shaking my hand, thanking me for... Paz had the same. And, you know, we all do. When we go up there, you get recognised and it gives you a good feeling that you're doing something worthwhile. I met Jeff Taylor up there. I stood next to Maya Tuzi's feet when he was on probably a 4-foot high ball trying to get coverage of everything. Spoke to the Viking, his private security, who thought I was Paz's private security. It's funny. Michael, even USA are noticing weird weather, latest being strange fog. Remind me of the film The Fog. Yeah, I went to Gatwick a couple of days ago to actually pick somebody up, and I was amazed they managed to land. It really was a pea super up there. It really was. Gobster talks about things all over Europe is being reported. Security services on high alert. I tell you what, I'm totally out of touch with the news the last couple of days. Again, I believe you. So someone show me a link so we can get this on the screen. Billy Riffraff. Is that a Nimrod in your display picture, Billy? Good evening to all, and especially all of the other freezing ex-servicemen pensioners. Absolutely. You know, we've got to spare a thought for the ex-servicemen and definitely the pensioners who have had the winter fuel allowance taken away from them. This government, and you know, not only this government, successive governments beforehand have given away literally millions of pounds to other countries, other causes, and our own people are suffering. You know, it's a very valid point there. We've nearly got 600 watching. Not bad for New Year's Eve, is it? If you're just here, welcome. Please hit the like button, join in the chat. Let us know your thoughts. We're just having a chinwag. Nothing really specific to go through. Tony Blair. Big party at Davos tonight. Me and all the boys will be partying like it's 2003. Wonderful. I'll tell you what. I did that video on that particular subject a few weeks ago, and it got nearly 250,000 views. That doesn't happen on my channel a lot. And I saw Samuel Leeds, the property developer, did a similar video. And, you know, all of this stuff is popping up all over the place. And it's all about knowledge, isn't it? We need to increase everybody's knowledge about what's going on in our world and what we can do to try and help ourselves. PD Rich, as you say, Andy, what's the difference between the conspiracy theory and the truth? Time. That's it exactly. That is it exactly. Michael Hancock, a lot of high-profile court cases happening on the 20th, plus Trump's Day, so MSM won't report. Yeah, that's true. There's the inauguration, isn't there? And there's a couple of biggie court cases. And there's one of which I wonder if it will go ahead or there'll be some complication. You know, there's a lot of rumours going around about that. You know, the who, the what, the where, the why, the when, the how. I've heard things. I've been told things which I literally will not say unless it comes out by some other means. It's a ticking time. And if what I've heard has any element of truth to it, Starmer's done. You know, really is. But time will tell. Time will tell with all of it. Rob, what are your thoughts on Boeing? There's a lot of going on, isn't there? I mean, you had the crash in South Korea. There was another one which looked like it landed and veered off the runway. I think there was a flight on the way to Canada. The engine caught fire. you've got this problem with the Boeing Max aircraft where I think it was traced. It's an utter disaster. And then they had an attempt at getting a manned spacecraft up into orbit, and that wasn't deemed safe enough to come back with. And people are being met with unfortunate circumstances and all the rest of it. It's yeah, I want to look deeper into this. One of my friends on the channel also recommended that I look deeper into this. There's a lot there to uncover, and I might have a go at that in the new year. Pez, hi Andy. I was wondering if there are any traditional foods you eat on New Year's Day. In the southern US, we eat cornbread. What is cornbread? I've heard of it, but I have no idea what cornbread is. Greens, black-eyed peas for good luck and prosperity. Usually, we have any leftovers from Christmas, like buffet food and that. And well, I speak for my house. Really, it's just sandwiches, bread and cakes, and trifle, and you know, just picky buffet type food that's left over. In previous years, my wife has absolutely filled our freezer full of all the buffet food you can think of. I've subscribed to your other channel, fellow aeroplane enthusiast. Thank you, Emma. Very much appreciate it. And get some more stuff on there. Anyone that is an aeroplane enthusiast, go on there, give me some suggestions, and we'll try and get that channel built up. Michael, way planes are crashing lately, staying grounded. Yeah, that did cross my mind, actually. That did cross my mind. There was a video I saw where somebody in a flight simulator tried to reenact the South Korean belly landing, which obviously went horribly wrong. And he managed to stop the thing with only half the runway. Got the thing on the ground, dumped the rudder pedal down, and managed to slide it off the end of the runway and bring it to a stop. Yet this thing hit the ground, went flying down and smashed into a wall at the end and exploded, killing literally all but 2 people. It's mad. I don't know if anybody can hear it through my microphone. The fireworks have started. There's somebody just over the back, and it's going nuts now. My microphone is directional, so it should just pick up me, but I can really hear the New Year's stuff starting out there. Jennifer Wilson, I know someone who has already made quite a few dives to Titanic, and she's definitely down at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, go and have a look at Mike's. Yeah, I mean that's the point. Go and have a look at Mike's video on it, and they talk about the swapping round and the state Titanic was in when Olympic came into port, when it was damaged with the Hawk collision and all of this kind of stuff. And there was a piece of video doing around years ago, which was apparently underwater, and you could see, I think it was an O and a P on the hull, but it turns out to be fake. And there has since been footage close up to the hull, and you can actually see Titanic. I've never seen it before, but it is there. I've got the book, The Titanic Conspiracy, indoors, and I read it because it was a subject that interested me. But Mike blows it out of the water totally. But there are still those that will believe. Michael Hancock, see Channel 4 doing a documentary about false grooming, which Tommy reported on Agent. This is one of the things that has caused him to be silenced by the establishment, isn't it? Or they've really tried to shut him up. And yet it's all being reported now. Everything's gone downhill since our Queen died. She was the rock. Yeah. She knew how to play the game, and she did it expertly, didn't she? She really did. And ever since she's gone, nah, I'm not impressed. My loyalty, if any, to the monarchy died with her. Watching always, Andy, I missed some of the last live stream about petitions. Chat replay has been turned off. Can you turn chat replay on? That is interesting because I always turn chat replay on. So the fact that's off, I don't know why that is. I'd be interested to see what happens with this one. I know YouTube are playing silly buggers because, you know, my subscribers, for one thing, I mean, at the moment, I'll have a quick check on my phone. Let's have a look. At the moment, I have 119,965 subscribers. So I am 35 subscribers off 120,000 again. Yet a couple of days ago, I was 120,090 subscribers, and I suddenly lost about 130 overnight. And when I looked at the analytics in the background, trying to work out where that loss had gone, there was nothing showing on any graph. And it was yet again YouTube, or more specifically, the YouTube algorithm doing something silly. And I think a lot of channels will get affected by that. You're not the only one. I've heard say that. I don't want to get into, shenanigans about other YouTubers, but you're not the only one I've heard say that. And I know where you're coming from. I really do. Just because Reform are better than Labour or Conservatives doesn't mean I trust them. I won't forget what happened to UKIP and what happened to Ben Habib and David Ball. The UK deserves better, Kathy. Yeah, Ben Habib mentioned the Brexit Party on his X account the other day. By the way, I'm on X. If anyone else is on X, please pop over and give me a follow. That'd be great. Yeah, Ben Habib mentioned the Brexit Party the other day. And as you recall, Farage stood down a lot of candidates in the Brexit Party. I believe back then he would have given the establishment a good kicking if he saw things through. But he didn't. And it was all about getting Brexit over the line. I was quite friendly with the local candidate who was going to be running for my seat, South Thanet. If he's still here, he only lives around the corner from me. And I remember attending a meeting for the Brexit Party at the Walpole Bay Hotel. Ben Habib himself came to the Walpole Bay Hotel and did a speech. I wish I was doing all this back then. I could have got him on the channel a long time ago. And it was really interesting to hear what was going on. And then you get a good feeling, and all of a sudden, poof, I've never forgiven him for that, because he said that the nation needs reform. Government, our way of doing stuff needs reform. And that is, for years, the idea that I've so clung on to, what I've wanted. And to have that all stripped away, I was dumbfounded. But we've got to another point now where things are happening. And the reason I am the way I am, I'm prepared to give him another chance. Get him to get this party together. Get him to rip the establishment out of there. I'm no fool. Believe me, I'm no fool. I could see what possibly could happen, but I'm also an optimist, and I want to see it come good. And, if he blows it this time, then that gives us our answer, doesn't it? And there has to be another solution. There are always solutions. English bottle cap. The A167 Gateshead Highway may never reopen after inspectors flagged serious concerns about a concrete supporting pillar. Oh, they take ages, don't they? And sometimes things are too far gone. Too far gone. Spark Swain. Boeing was ruined by DEI. Too many inexperienced hires simply because of that is infesting everywhere, isn't it? That mindset. Well, and truly, no longer is somebody employed because of their ability to do the job. It's to tick a box, isn't it? That's got to stop. In Trump's word, woke is bullshit. Utter bullshit. You talk about a concrete pillar, the last comment. There's a stretch of road going out of my area, the Thanet Way, they call it. It's about 30 years old, the current incarnation of it, and it's full of bumps. It's breaking up, and when you drive out of the area, it's like this all the time. It's nuts, full of disrepair. They're always shutting it and resurfacing it. It's awful. Spark Swain, cornbread is ground cornmeal, milk and egg. It's great. Okay. Oh, I've learned something new today, haven't I? I like at least 2 of the ingredients on that. Pete, Boeing should never have been allowed to launch that darn rocket. It was totally unsafe from the get-go. SpaceX have them on the run. Yeah, you're referring to the Boeing Starliner. I can't see them launching another one anytime soon. I mean, as a result, you've got the 2 astronauts who are stranded on the space station that were only supposed to be there a week, and now they're stuck there till February, and the chances are it's probably going to be March or April instead. And ironically, they brought the thing back on automatic pilot, and it came back with no problem, but it was too risky. Jean-Marc, Andy, France is still at the attack emergency level, the highest level of vigilance. Okay, I mean, with everything that's going on there, and particularly what's sitting on the coastline, I'm not surprised. Jack Jones, it's also called Johnny Bread. Okay, Johnny Bread. I'll have to look into this. Cornbread. Collie Dog, my bucket list includes a flight in a Spitfire from Biggin. One thing I keep meaning to do, the local Spitfire and Hurricane Museum, they've got a simulator in there, an actual Spitfire simulator, and they've got a cockpit mock-up that you can sit in. It's got all the proper controls and everything else, and you can have a flight. I keep meaning to get up there and do that, and if I can, I'll get it on film. I'll certainly do that in the new year. That is for sure. But again, hop over and subscribe to my other channel. I'll try and start building that up. At first, it'll be a video a week of some description just to, get something going. We'll see where we go. Lockheed 2.0 is here. The Biden admin is planning to declare a national emergency to sabotage the incoming Trump. I can, some of the decisions he's made over the past week or two have been absolutely shocking, all designed to try and derail the Trump administration, no doubt. Interesting few weeks we got coming up, isn't it? Well, everybody, 1 hour and 2 minutes, 24 seconds, and we got 585 watching. We even tipped 600 at one point. I want to thank you all ever so much for all your support and encouragement, gratitude, comments, good and bad, over the year. All the YouTube subscribers I've worked with, become friends with, even the enemies too. You all help in your own funny way. I appreciate it very much. And, apart from the enemies, let's have more of the same from the friends of Andy the Gabby Cabby in 2025. That'll be a great thing. All of my very best wishes to everybody on here tonight, all the subscribers, your families and friends. Very much appreciate everything you do, turning up, listening to me warble every day. Happy New Year to everybody. We've got a couple of hours left of this year. Go and tuck in to something sparkling and alcoholic. Spend time with your family, your friends. If you know anybody that's on their own, give them a ring. Say, are you okay? Do whatever you have to. Let's see the new year in. I may well pop up with something tomorrow, but it will be full service resumed on the 2nd, without a shadow of a doubt. And for the last time, let's have our Christmas outro. And I will look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.